Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Welcome to our podcast. We're here at Cordea Clubhouse, Boys and Girls Club, and I got some young ladies here that want to talk. So I'm giving them the freedom to talk. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves from my left to my right. Everybody say your name, your age, and how long you been coming to the Boys and Girls Club. You first, Woody.
Okay. My voice is really squeaky here.
That's okay.
My name is Allison.
Hi, Allison.
Hi. Okay. I'm 10.
And how long you been coming to the Boys and Girls Club?
I don't know. Since I was
Since
5?
you was no, you wasn't 5. You was 6 maybe. For
6.
4 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Hi. My name is Sarah, and I've been coming to Kids Bay since I was 6, and I'm 11, so 5 years.
5 years. Okay.
My name is Emily, and today is my first time.
Emily, she gets a clap for that. She gets a clap. She gets her first day. Okay, Emily, welcome to Kids Bay Boys and Girls Club.
Thank you.
I hope this is a new experience for you.
And I'm 11 years old.
Okay, so she's 11 years old. You're a junior. That's what we call juniors here. Anybody who's from 10 to 12, they're called juniors. The cadets are 6 through 9. The age is 6 through 9. So you're a junior. Welcome to Kids Bay Boys and Girls Club. I'll start off with you just because you're brand new. So how do you hear about our clubhouse?
Sometimes I looked at the paper and I seen roller skating, ice skating, and it looked really fun. So I asked my mom if I could join. And plus, my friend Sarah's here. So.
Okay, so you know Sarah from school.
From
That's
elementary.
good. Oh, from elementary school. So she makes sure that she knows her for a couple of years already. Yeah. So that's good. What about everybody else? How do you guys, come to Boys and Girls Club? Sarah?
I found Kids Bay Boys and Girls Club because my mom needed an after school for me because we didn't have a babysitter, so
okay, that's another purpose, but that's
wanted someone to take care of me, and I actually thought it was really fun because I know people from my school that went there, so I was very excited.
Okay, so initially you came because you needed somewhere to be while mommy was at work or something like that, but you've been here for 5 years, so we're doing something right.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
I can't. My dad found about.
Your
My dad
found
found about this place because my sister, not my sister, my babysitter was like, "You're really." My babysitter was like done with me because I used to be so annoying.
Okay, well,
Because
thank you for saying the truth.
it's me. I'm an annoying person.
I know. I'm joking.
Okay. So my dad went looking around for somewhere I could be after school, and that wasn't too far away from my school. So he decided here, cause one, my sister thought it was a fun place, even though she doesn't.
She doesn't come that often.
Yeah, she doesn't come that often.
Because now she's a teenager, so she don't want to come.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was out of necessity for the family. So the same thing. Your dad drove your babysitter crazy, and your dad had to look for another place. I came about this because I was working somewhere else in a video store, and my friend Victor, he's the facility manager here, and I've worked before in after schools, and I've done a lot of work in the summertime and like summer youth and stuff like that. So he was like, "Oh, maybe you should come to the Boys and Girls Club. We have an opening for maintenance and stuff like that." So I started here in maintenance. And then, I started doing the front desk. That's how I know, most of your parents and stuff like that. And then I moved on to the cadet floor, and now I'm doing digital arts. So I've been here for 6 years.
Did you enjoy having this job?
I really enjoy it. This is fun. This is something new, and this is something that, you don't get this in schools. Like, you get to do digital arts. You get to do performing. You get to do, commercials. You get to do songs, make your own beats. So this is really, really fun. This is hands-on, so this is nice. In schools, we don't teach the arts as much as we're supposed to, or as much as we, would want to. There's only certain schools that do it, like, LaGuardia and specialty schools. But this is really, really fun where you could just say, hey, look, I did a radio, or I did a radio cast, or I did a podcast or something like that. So it's a lot of fun. And to hear from you guys, like, like I'm an older guy, so my daughters are young, so they're not talking to me like you guys are talking to me. You're telling me the truth, so I want to know the truth. All right, does anybody have a topic they want to bring up? Maybe we can start there.
School rules.
You like school?
Oh my God.
No. My school is crazy. I mean, I love my school. Like, the people there are so kind, but the rules are insane. They're not crazy, but, like, I understand the rules, but, like, it's just a lot. And, like, you can't have hoods. Like, in elementary,
too.
In elementary school, you weren't allowed to put it on, but you were allowed to, like, have it
on.
But now you can't have it on at all. I remember, I think I got detention because the teachers I feel like they're ignorant because it's so cold, and most of us have hooded sweaters.
Go ahead. You have hooded sweaters?
Most of us have hooded sweaters, so we asked them if they could turn off the AC. They're like, no. So, we stay there frozen, and I remember I forgot to put my sweater in my locker, and they gave me a lunch detention. I'm not a talk back student. That's good.
I mean, you were upset at the rule, but you obeyed it because it was what it is.
I didn't talk back.
This is what you should probably try. I mean, I work in a school also. I work in a public school. It's a middle school and high school. But what you should probably talk to someone in the school is maybe they could make a sweater with the school logo.
My school does.
So that's how my kids in my school got around it, because you couldn't wear a hood, you couldn't wear none of that stuff. So they were like, okay, we're gonna make shirts that have the hoodies that have the logo, and if you wear that shirt, then you are in uniform. But if you wear any other shirt or any other hoodie, you're out of uniform. So we actually gave them away to every student for free, but after a while people lose them and all that stuff. So then we sell them now for like $10 or $12. But maybe you should bring that up with somebody in school, and maybe that's something they'd be like, hey, could you make this part of the uniform because it's kind of cold, and I would like to have, I don't know what color you have. Is green and what? And beige?
No, green and white.
Okay, green and white. So maybe they could, let you guys get a green hoodie or something like that with the school logo. That's the way you could handle that. Anybody else want to bring something up?
In my school, like, you can't have like anything to wear but uniform. You could only wear.
Well, you only could wear the uniform that you're supposed to wear, which is probably what you have on right now, blue and white.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
well, I'm gonna let you know why, because I'm a parent, and we do it. In my son wore uniform, my girls wear uniform. The reason why uniform is good for parents is because it's much cheaper for us to get uniforms than to buy you guys, the new trend clothing all the time. And I say the truth, it's kind of hard. Parents are working to pay bills. Some parents have 2 jobs. Some parents, both parents are working. So it's a lot. So if I could spend $200 and make sure that you got 5 shirts, 5 pair of pants, your socks, your belt, and all that stuff, and I know that you okay in school, and maybe, every once in a while a shirt gets messed up and I get another one, it's much cheaper than for me to go out there and buy you Levi's, polo shirts, and, whatever. So that's why it's important. Another thing is that it's much easier if you all have the same thing on, because now there is no level of she's better than I am. You understand? You all wear the green shirt, you all wear the beige pants, you all wear whatever color it is that you have to wear. So it's kind of like it has an equal playing field. Now, if there was a kid there that always had the new Jordans or the Supreme hoodies and all that, and you only could afford a green polo, you may be like, oh, look at her, she's wearing a polo, I got Supreme. And then that becomes an issue. So when you put uniforms on, everyone looks the same. So now the only other thing that you have to do is go to school on time and learn. Nothing else. So that's why uniforms are very important. And unfortunately, when you go to the work field, you wear uniforms.
yeah.
Cops wear uniforms. We wear staff shirts. McDonald's wear uniforms. Teachers wear, some form of uniform in the sense that they wear ties and stuff like that. But there's not really too many places that are casual anymore. So uniforms is an important thing. Anything else?
Well,
Dress code is weird? Why? Why do you think it's weird?
Because like there's this rule where like Sarah's rule, you can't have a sweater that has a hoodie, right? But the ACs in the mini building, which is 5th grade and specials, yeah. But like if you turn off one AC, they all turn off. So if a teacher asks like somebody that works there to turn off the AC, everybody's AC turns off, so it gets really hot.
Okay.
But in my school, they don't have like, the only uniform they have is the shirt and the pants. So like there aren't any like sweaters that we could get.
Mm-hmm.
So that means if they turn off the AC, it's gonna get too hot, and then if we have to turn it back on, it's gonna get too cold.
Yeah, I think that something like that, you may have to speak to what they call the parents association, like when your parents go have meetings and stuff like that, and be like, hey, is there something we could do about the sweatshirts or about this and that? Some kids have like a vest that they could wear because it's a little too cold, but they don't want to wear long sleeves. I mean, there's different things that they could do with the uniform. If you don't ask, then you won't know. It doesn't cost you anything to ask. You could always assume, I don't understand why they're doing this, I don't understand why they're doing that. But if you don't ask, you're not going to get an answer. So you have to ask. Anything else you guys want to bring to the table? Uniform is very important. I like uniforms. I think you guys look good in uniform. In Catholic school, everybody wears uniform and they look great. I mean, they probably don't like it, but I mean, when you see them walking out the building, they all look great in a nice little uniform. What else? What we got to talk about?
Trends.
What trends? What trends we got? What's the new trend? Talk to me. I need to get educated on this. What's the new trend?
21st century.
No.
TikTok.
Oh, the TikTok, that new app.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still on. I can't. I just got that Snapchat, whatever, and I don't even post anything. But my daughter likes it. She likes to put the filters.
Yeah.
So I get it so that we could do a filter like a doggy or whatever, and then I just that's it. I never posted anything. I have no idea how to use it.
And there's like different trends of like looks. Like there's Visco girls, for
Oh,
example.
this
like
is the fifth podcast I heard about Visco
like
girls.
scrunchies. This is not a scrunchie. This
I
scrunchie
have a scrunchie on.
is like it's like all about turtles. They have metal straws,
What's it called?
flasks,
Flask.
and they like wear like
Does anybody know where this trend came from?
Yes.
Didn't
TikTok.
Didn't it
No,
come
I know
from
TikTok is an app, and it's like a Vine or something that you could
Yeah, it's
do.
technically like Vine, but like it was populated by TikTok, and I think like a TikTok user made it, like Visco.
Okay, so that's like a saying in TikTok, Visco kids or Visco girls or Visco boys
a
or whatever.
funny story. My friend's baby cousin or friend, he doesn't know how to say so he goes "Grrr," and I went out "Grrr," and it was just so funny because we were in school.
He doesn't go "Grrr," like that.
No,
"Grrr."
he'd be like
That's my Cardi B.
and then it's just so funny. She
My daughter
told
likes
us.
that. My daughter goes "Grrr," and she goes like that with her hand.
The
I don't know what that is, like a rewind of the "Grrr."
You know?
I don't know what it is.
The
but
whoa is also a trend.
Yeah.
I can't
It
whoa.
And
Like everyone does it with any song. When the beat drop, they go like,
whoa.
Ooh, that's too much for me. I do that, I might break a shoulder or something. I'm a little older than you guys. My healing process is a long time. What else? What else we got to talk about? How do you guys feel about? Well, this is your first day, so I'm not gonna put this question on you, but on my vets over here. How do you feel about this year at Kips Bay? I know it seems like every year it feels a little different, and this year's no exception. I think it feels different already from when we opened the doors. But how do you guys feel? To my veterans, I mean, you could answer the question if you want, but how do you feel about this new year here at Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club?
Being a junior is weird.
Yeah, I think being a junior is weird. I come from the cadet floor, and I know that as a supervisor on the cadet floor, we really baby you a lot. We give you a lot of attention,
Yeah.
and we make sure that if I walk by and I see you sad, I'm going to talk to you. If I see that you're not having a good day or somebody's making fun of you, I'm going to address it. I think that once you step up into the junior floor, maybe you don't get that same amount of attention. I mean, it's changing now. We do have different staff, so maybe that was in the past, but I think that you know that has changed, and you know we give you a little more leeway because you're older, and you know you have to learn how to work with other people. But is there anything else that you think has changed, or how you feel about the year so far?
Uh,
Yeah, so Sarah.
I feel the year is so different because last year I didn't really come as much because of like school. It was like my last year in elementary school, and like a lot of things are going on and stuff like that. But I feel like this year is different because there's podcasts and there's new staff. There's a lot of new staff because most of the old staff left, so it's a lot of new faces, and there's a lot of new kids. But I feel like this year I like it a little more because
Okay, that's fair.
I have more friends and I feel like it's just more organized.
Okay, and meeting new people is always great. I also think that with new faces comes new energy.
Yeah.
You understand? For the ones that know me, I'm always the same. I've been energetic since you met me.
That's
Like
true.
I you know, I make sure I say hello to all the parents. I make sure that I talk to everybody that walks by me. So my energy level is always high. So I talk for myself now. But I think that when you bring some younger people that this is their maybe first, second job, they bring in a little more energy. Maybe they bring in something new to the table. You know, they bring in a little more interest. Maybe there's girls that now could you know relate with you guys a little in a different level, especially you young ladies. So that's fun also, and you know you sometimes meet a staff member that becomes a mentor, somebody that you could trust, somebody that you could
Rely on.
look forward to, someone that you could rely on, someone that you could say, you know what, if I really needed help, this person will help me. So you know that's part of the job also. You know, and myself as a male figure, I you know I tend to think that it's gonna be more with males, but sometimes I get attached to the you know to the ladies also because you know I may know your parents, so I may feel you know I have two daughters, so I'm gonna feel extra protective over you ladies because you know that's just the way I am. I'm a dad, so that's for me. What else? What else? This is very interesting today.
I want to talk about Stranger Things.
Stranger
my
Things, the
God.
show.
Yes.
Okay, have you seen the what is it third season?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
on my third season.
You
I finished it.
you finished the whole third season. I'm gonna let you know. I do watch Stranger Things. Okay, so now we're talking about something I know about.
And
I like the first one, the first
Yeah.
season.
Well,
I like the second season,
Yeah.
and I'm lost on the third season.
Isn't everybody?
The
I
third
don't know. I
season?
got like maybe 5 episodes in, and then I'm like, yeah, I'll catch it later. And usually I don't do that. Like I was waiting for it to come out. I'm like, oh, I got 10 episodes. I'm gonna sit home and I'm gonna watch this in 2
Me
days.
too.
But I haven't got to that point. I eventually will finish it, but I'm at five episodes in.
I'm on 8.
You're on 8, okay. What else?
It's like first it goes from it's okay, then it goes to, first it goes to it's okay, then it goes to whoa that's cool, then it goes like what the, cause at the on the
Well,
third
you're up to episode 8. Don't mess it up for me. But what we are trying to say is that if you're a tween, which is someone you know between 12 and I guess anybody that's not a teenager is a tween. We recommend. Could we say that across the board? We recommend that you start watching Stranger Things. Definitely start with the first season because this is not something that you can jump into like that. You gotta go from number 1 to number 3. Absorb number 1. Get all the start learning the characters and all that stuff and what they do. Because number 2 is gonna drive you crazy. And then when you go to 3, you might feel like I am, or you might say, "Hey, this is great." I also watched that other show on Netflix. I don't think it's for you guys yet, but the 13
reasons why.
13 reasons why.
I
Yeah.
don't watch
I
it.
definitely don't think it's for your age group.
My parents would.
It's
Yeah,
like
and as a parent, they're right.
it's like
And I'm
My
gonna
sister
say
watches it.
thank you, Dad, to when I see him because you shouldn't be watching it yet. But it does deal with a lot of topics and a lot of things that are very important to the teenagers. Maybe to our teen program, which is like our teen program is from 14 to 18. Maybe that's a show that they could watch, or maybe they do watch it. But you guys are 10 and 11 years old. You don't need to watch that. Eventually, you can watch it. It'll be on Netflix forever, so you don't have to worry about it. Anything else? Anything else you want to talk about? What else we got? We
talk
almost got
about-
like 20 minutes here, so we doing great.
We should talk about mental health.
Mental health. Now we're talking about a juicy topic. What do you want to talk about mental health?
I don't have anything like that, but sometimes, you could get sad and stuff.
Okay, like depression and stuff like that.
Depression and anxiety and stuff, because
Yeah.
I get anxiety with homework sometimes, because homework isn't like very hard, because I always pay attention in class. Like, I'm not like the type that's like doesn't pay attention, doesn't do work or anything like that. But
Yeah.
sometimes this school is giving me a lot of homework. Not a lot of homework, but a lot.
But you have a lot of topics. You have a lot of testing to do now that guys get a little older. So, there's a lot of work to do. I mean, I see it in my school all the time. And it's getting to that point where it seems like the kids just go to school for testing. And that's kind of sad. Like, I went to school and I went to art school. So I knew that every day that I went to school, I had art. And sometimes I had art for like 5 periods. And that's crazy. Like, they won't do that now.
I don't have art.
I had architecture for 2 periods. I had drafting for 2 periods. I had airbrushing for 2 periods. I had model making. Like, I had art throughout the day at least 4 or 5 times a day.
But did you like it?
I loved it.
I
I was really good in art, so that was wonderful for me.
I like theater because theater is really fun, and I feel like I've always liked being an actress and acting and stuff like that. Cause me and her, we went to the same elementary school, and we were in this play named Hairspray Junior.
I was
And-
little
Oh,
Inez.
I remember
Oh,
that.
And I
Hairspray?
was
Yeah.
Penny, and it was just so fun, and
It was so
everybody
colorful.
was together. It was a lot of work, but
Yes.
it was worth it at the end.
But you
and
know
I
what's
had
fun about here, and not to cut you off, is that we're trying to get another drama teacher. I'm trying to get one from my school. We're gonna do it a little different than we did it in the past. I want you guys to know how to do. What's a storyboard?
No.
Storyboard is almost like when you look at a comic book. It has little boxes and it has something
Oh, and you
drawn on
read it?
it.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, a storyboard is what you're trying to do, but like a little drawing of it. So let's say me and Sarah are doing a bullying video. So I would be like, okay, the first scene is Sarah sitting down on the bench and she's crying. That's my first drawing, my first box. The second one is me walking up to her and asking her, why are you crying? And then the third one is, so I'm basically saying the story, but on little drawings. It could be stick figures. They don't have to be something real crazy. But at least it tells me how I'm going to shoot it, how I want to start the story, and how I want to go all the way to the end of the story. So if at the end of the story, we're walking home and someone's picking on Sarah, I have that in a little drawing. And then the last thing is me sticking up for Sarah. Hey, don't leave her alone while you're bothering her. She's not doing nothing to you or something like that. And that's my ending. And maybe later on, we put 3 weeks later, the person that was bullying you is now wanting to be your friend. And that's the end. And that's the end of the story. So this is telling you something, but on a piece of paper, so that you could look at it and be like, "Oh, okay, I understand what she's trying to do."
Is
So
it like
that
a
so it's called a storyboard. I mean, everybody uses it for movies and all that stuff. So I think we're trying to go to a drama teacher that knows how to show you that and shows you different aspects. Obviously, reading, acting is important. Listening, coming up with ideas and stuff like that is important. But maybe doing something different than for you to be like, okay, we're just gonna sit here and talk about something. I think it has to be a little structured differently. So that might work. So don't shy away. We may have a drama teacher here that's gonna put it on you guys.
I'm trying to encourage it in my school because we have extracurriculars, and they said if you get like enough people to join it, that you can make a theater club, and they could have like a teacher in charge or something. And I really want to do that because I really like theater, and I
Yeah,
want,
get about.
yeah.
I would say get about. Usually, the numbers that we use in school is 10 to 12 kids
yeah.
and one teacher, and they could get it done. Because they have a lot of budgets, but people, just don't take the time of doing it.
Like
so you
fundraising.
you have to find a teacher that's, hey, look, okay, you want to do drama, or you want to do debate club, or you want to do,
Oh, I'm
you
in
know,
debate club.
stuff like that. That's good.
What-
I was in debate club too.
What exactly is
A
debate?
debate? Okay, it's very easy. Sarah, I'm gonna let you. You want to explain it first?
I think debating club is like where you have like topics and then
Correct.
like you basically debate about them. Like you give different points about it.
Correct. You don't have to be on either. Like let's say me and Sarah are doing a debate. I say, okay, I am for uniforms in school. Sarah's not for uniform in school. So Sarah has to argue her point. I have to argue my point. But the thing about it is that we don't bring no emotion to this. We do as we're trying to argue points. But let's say we switch it around. And then we switch it, and I'm the one arguing that I don't want uniform, and Sarah's saying, yes, I want uniform. It's just basically debating a topic, having a discussion about a topic, which is a lot of what we're doing right now. We're just talking about anything that comes to our mind, and everybody here is equal. Everybody here could talk. So it's a lot of what we're doing here in the podcast. It's the same as a debate. It's pretty laid back and straightforward. But it's really good because it gets you prepared to argue something that you may not argue about. Like you may say, oh, you know what? At 12 years old, I don't want to go to sleep at 9 o'clock. Yeah. That's the topic. You're not for that. Then I'm for it, and I'm going to argue why you should go to sleep at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to, argue my point, and I'm going to have, points of views and why and examples and stuff. And then we may just switch it around and be like, okay, so now it's my point to argue the negative part of something like that. So it's a lot of fun, and you do learn to speak in public, and you do learn to have different ideas. So that's an important part.
And choir is really fun. I mean, to be honest, I can't lie. I'm not that great of a singer. Like, I mean, I'm not bad. Like,
hold up a second. Sarah's just talking about stuff, and we ain't even play her song. Oh, that's not her song. Hold up a second. What's her song, Sarah? I gotta find your song. I think I got it here somewhere. Do I? Oh, no, I took it off, Sarah. Sarah did a song with a couple other kids, for those that don't know. But you could check it out on Kips Bay Digital Arts on YouTube. And the name of the song was, you remember the name of the song?
Best Summer of My Life.
You're not talking to the microphone.
Best Summer
of My Life. I could find it for you though, because I think I got it on my YouTube here. Yeah. I'll find it real quick. But tell them about it. Tell them about the experience.
In the song, it was fun because what happened was it was in summer camp, and me and my friends were at lunch, and then Mr. Todd called me up and told me that he wanted me to record because I'm pretty good at rapping because the year before we did a rap about like best friends and stuff like that, and I was.
But yeah, that was a song before. I remember that.
That was a song before, and they saw that I was good, so they wanted.
Let me see. I'll give you a little bit of it. This is it.
Yeah, it's the song.
Listen to it. For those that haven't heard it, this is called Best Summer of My Life.
Purchase your tracks
It's fun.
today.
It's the best summer of my life. Love it more than a husband love his wife. I ain't got time for no likes.
Hey.
Cause I'm spending time out.
Kids Bay.
Everybody welcome to Kips Bay.
Oh, man. We're going loud here.
In the Kips Bay.
I feel like today is a good day.
Everybody say what the hustle say. Everybody welcome to Kips Bay.
I want to see the video.
That's
Y'all
all
gotta
the
feel.
teens and the kids today. I feel like today is a good day. Everybody say what the hustle say. Mama never begging me to show up.
That's my boy
I
Carmelo.
don't think I ever wanna grow up. I'ma need some time to pick some clothes out.
Hey.
And be looking so up from the floor. Fresh tennis shoes messed up in gym class. Grass stained on my pants, man, don't get mad. And I left my book bag on the
Uh-oh. She's
last
coming up next.
Yeah.
I'll do anything, just don't tell Dad.
Oh, who's that?
Backslides, I can handle that. Rides, I'm the man at that. Ooh, ooh, hand it back. Period. The best camp is at the one where you could dance and ride. Ooh, ooh. I'm not just a gift, I got Santa's hat.
It's the best summer of my life. Love it more.
Yeah, so this is the song. This is the song. Look it up. Get some more hits. And let's tell your friends about it. 'Cause it was definitely a lot of fun. We did the
really
whole
was.
song. We did the song. We got the beat. We filmed it, and everything in 3 days. So it took us 3 days. I shot all the video that you could see. Me and Julio, Mr. Julio, edited, Mr. Taj got all of them in the studio to sing their parts and stuff like that. So it was a team effort, and it was a lot of fun. I thought it was great. My boss really liked it. It got you guys hyped up. It was something to listen to. We got a lot of likes. We got a lot of hits and stuff like that, as you call it. I think like 400 hits or something like that. So it wasn't bad because we did it like the last 2 or 3 days before camp ended. So
We should do an after school one.
yeah, come on, let's talk about it. Let's get it done. You know it's gonna be part of the podcast. But that was really fun. Look it up. It's on the Kips Bay Digital Arts, and it's the best summer of my life. There's probably other things on there too, but just look that up.
Something about Emily, is she sings really good, but she doesn't like to admit it. She's just shy. But in the play, Little Inez has to hit high notes for, if you don't know, the song "Run and Tell That," and she hit that high note amazing, and she sings good. It's just she's very shy, and
That's cool, but you know what?
oh yeah,
We're gonna break you out of that shyness. When I was young, I was really shy. Now you can't stop me from talking. I'm not shy no more. I really like going into a room when I don't know nobody.
Oh wow.
Like, I live up to that. You put me in a room with 50 people I don't know, no problem. I don't even be like, oh my God, where I'm gonna stand at. I have no problem. In the first 2 people that even look at my direction, I'm like, oh, you looked at me? We're talking. Like, I'm that quick about it. My wife says, like, she takes me to Christmas parties, and she be like, but you don't know these people. I be like, don't worry about this. Go over there. I got this. I walk in there by the end of the night, we're dancing, we're doing karaoke, or we doing something. They be like, wow, you act like you knew them for 10 years. I'm like, I just know you for 25 minutes. I said, I make friends very quickly. I'm an easy person to get along with. Very easy.
How did you get over it?
Over what? The shyness?
Shyness.
It got to the point that if you were gonna be shy, this is when I was doing it. If you were gonna be very shy, you weren't gonna make a lot of friends, which is pretty much the way it is now. You know, being very quiet and all that was, it's like, oh, he's shy and all that, but you're not gonna make friends like that. And I didn't have a brother or sister, so it's like, if I didn't make friends, who am I gonna play with? So if I had brother or sister, I'd be like, oh, I got my brother, I got my sister. But I don't have none of those. So I had to break out of that shyness, because if not, what everybody else was playing, I was just going to be on the sideline looking. So I decided to be like, hey, what's your name? Okay. And it became easier and easier and easier. And all of a sudden now, that I don't even think that I was ever shy. I even forgot I was shy.
Well, I'm not a shy person. Like, I will tell anyone that I want to be friends with them. But, like, it's that I don't like to show people, like, who I really am. Like, well, I would.
But what you really are is important, because that's the person that we fall in love with. That's the person that we like. That's the person that we be like, oh, she's a good girl, or I can't wait to talk to her.
Well, yeah, but like,
that.
I don't like if I show who I really am, I'm be like bragging about it. Well,
no, you could do it. You could do it in a nice way. You could do it in a nice way. You can't. I mean, I'm getting a feeling from you in a sense that you don't want to be someone that's bragging. You don't want to be someone that's bragging. But if someone asks you a question like, oh, are you rich? And you be like, well, my mom does good or whatever. That's not bragging, because someone asks you the question. You understand? Like, that's just answering their question.
what I don't. Oh.
But if you're out there and you're like, oh, I got the new Jordans, I got this, and in my house I got 15 80-inch TVs, that's bragging. You don't have anything, because all you have is knowledge, learning, and whatever. Your parents have that. Your parents are the ones that work hard or got it from whichever way they got it. Yeah. So right now, you're just living in their household. If you work hard and you buy yourself, even if you buy yourself your first cell phone, you're going to be happy because you bought it. I bought this cell phone. I spent all my money and this and that, and I'm the one that, and I've saved, and I'm the one that got the, whatever cell phone you want to get or whatever it is. So that's important too. So don't think about it as bragging. If I don't know you well, but if I ask you, hey, where you come from, and you be like, oh, I'm from Jamaica, I'm like, oh, you travel to Jamaica? Oh, Jamaica's nice, and this and that. It's just a conversation. It's not that you're bragging. I don't consider it that, but you never know with kids, so.
Yeah. in my own school, a lot of people, because it's like, let's say you mention a thing, like you're like, for example, I would say, they would ask me what I did this week, and I was like, oh, and I just bought this and this. They're like, why are you bragging for?
Exactly.
I was like, you just, like,
You
I'm
asked the
not,
question, so
like,
maybe they don't understand what they asked. You know, that's the way you could correct them. You'd be like, you asked me. I didn't come in here with all my bags of shopping.
just
How would the shopping conversation come up if you didn't ask? You
It's not like
understand?
I flex or anything. It's not like that. And people just take, like, they just, like, I don't even know. They're jealous. And I'm just like, I'm sorry if I
Well,
made you feel
I
that
understand
way,
you
but,
saying,
like,
look, for me personally, I have 2 cars, right? And people are like, wow, you got 2 cars? I'm like, yeah, I got 2 cars. I work very hard, and I have a brand new car, which I don't even use. Yesterday was the first time I used it in a month. My wife only uses it. She only takes the girls to school, and that's it. My little car, I love it. I have a little smart car for yours that don't know. I'm trying to, help out the environment. My little smart car, I love that little car. And, that cost me, a little bit of money. But people are like, oh, I can't believe you got 2 cars. Yeah, I got 2 cars. That's what we needed. And I could afford it. So it's not bragging. I've had no cars. And I've had a bicycle. And I used to ride to work in bicycle. So if you ask the question, you'd be like, oh, is that your car? I'd be like, yeah, it's my car. And if you see me in my new car, you'd be like, oh, is that your new car? I'd be like, yeah, it's my new car. Go ahead.
cough.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I got you if you want to cough. I got you on the microphone lock. She scared me for a minute. I thought she was choking or something. I was about to do the Heimlich. I'm about to do the Heimlich. Hey, you know what? And this is not a joke. For those that are here, which is all of you guys right now, Kips Bay is one of the few places that every staff member is CPR trained. Every staff member. If you go to the YMCA, they probably have 5, 6, maybe even 8. I said every staff member that's here has to get CPR trained. So, not that we could save everybody, but at least we know how to do it. You understand? So, if you're in Mr. Julio's room and God forbid something happens and you're choking, Mr. Julio should know how to save you. He doesn't have to be like, oh my God, let me get Mr. Ish from the first floor to come upstairs to save, to perform the Heimlich or something like that.
Yeah, it'd
So
be too late.
so we're one of the few places that everybody knows. Everybody is certified in CPR. And as a parent, I sell that to all parents, especially in the summer. Because in the summer, we got to go to the pools, we got to go swimming, we got to do all that stuff. So that to me is a selling point. Because I know as a parent, it's extremely important to me. And my daughter comes here, and I have no problem. Not that, she's easy to deal with, but when she comes, I know that in case she has to go to the pool, there's a staff member that knows how to deal with that. In case, she's going to a trip without me, there should be a staff member that could deal with that. So I'm very proud of that. And I think the agency and the company is very proud of that also. So I'll just throw that in there. And I'll give our agency a little clap on that because that's really, 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 really important. Your safety is very important. And as soon as you walk in these doors, you guys, I hope that you'll feel safe.
Oh, I feel totally safe.
I mean, that's one of the
outside-
things that is important to us.
Outside, you don't know what can happen, but when I'm here, I feel. She has a question about summer camp. Because when you said pools, she was like, pools. I'll explain. We have summer camp in the summer. Summer camp is summer camp. So we have summer camp.
Come on, sell it. Sell
We have
sell
summer
the membership.
camps, and it's so fun. You have to, sometimes you have to wake up pretty early. You can be here around 8 if your parents have to work in the summer. But
Technically 7. I'm here at 6:30 every morning.
technically 7, but if you want, you could be here maybe at 9 or
True.
10. But it's really fun, and I feel like it's so worth it because they help you with a lot of stuff. Like if you have a summer packet from school, you could do it, and they would help you. And we do a lot of trips. Like we go to the pool, we go to water parks, we go to museums, we go to I forgot.
Okay, Sarah, thank you for that. Now I'm going to sell you the rest of the package.
Yeah.
We basically have you for 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
We give you breakfast. We give you snack. We give you lunch. We have everything that you see during that we have now after school is just is bigger. Like you have, an hour and a half of dance. You have an hour and a half of digital art, or podcasting or photography or something like that. We go on 2 trips a week. We always go swimming, and we have our own private pool. And it's indoors. So you don't have to worry about sunscreen. You don't have to worry about the sun hitting you. The water's always, like, it's right at the good temperature, right? It's not warm, but it's
too
not cold. It's like refreshing.
Yeah.
And then you could swim in there, and we have a great day there and a great day in the other campus. Shout out to Lucille Palmero Clubhouse on Randall Avenue. That's like our mother clubhouse. We have an ice skating rink over there. We have a dome. We have a big yard, like a baseball field and all that stuff. So what we don't have here, we have over there.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So let's say I was in the after school, like, and it was the last day of school. It was the last day of school, right?
Yeah.
Do you have to pay?
You have to really? Okay, well, say your goodbye. We're going to continue talking, but you can say your goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Cynthia.
All right, we'll see you. So what else you were saying? If you're in the after school, what was your question, baby?
Let's say I was in the after school until the end of the day,
Mhm.
right? Let's say. So, what I'm trying to say is that. Do you have to pay for you to be in the summer camp?
Yeah, you have to pay.
How much?
If she asked if you go to summer camp, you have to pay how much?
Well, for summer camp is for everybody. You know, whoever could afford it. We do try to do a couple of scholarships and stuff. Okay, let me finish with them. A couple of people that we try to sponsor, but it's really the same thing. It's about $825, and that's for the 7 weeks. That includes all trips, 2 shirts, 2 bags, and I think we'll do like a podcast just about the summer, because maybe I could talk to some of the kids that have never been there and tell you guys what we do, and fill you in.
Spill the tea.
Yeah. And hopefully, you'll save up a little money, maybe during tax season and all that, tell your parents. If your parents have any questions, they could, when they go pick you up today, you say, Mr. Ishnak has to talk to you, and I'll come down and I'll tell them exactly how it goes. Guys, not for nothing, this is the longest podcast we've done, which is really, really great. That means that we got some good topics and stuff. I'm going to try to post this ASAP. So as soon as I post it up, I'll let you guys know.
Where could we see?
That's one thing. I'm gonna post it, and that means it'll be like on an app on your phone, and it'll say podcast or Spotify or another app, and you can listen to the whole conversation. Because I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna do no editing and none of that stuff.
So then just like.
Yeah, and then you can, share it with your parents, your friends, school. Come up with some good topics so we can continue talking. Well, thank you very much, guys. You all can say your goodbyes.
Bye.
That was great. I can't wait to post it. And we out.